What's up, everybody? It's your friendly practitioner, Sanat Kumaris. Today I wanted to talk to you about, and I know some of you are not wanted me to talk about some other things, but some fun thing, not really fun, but an interesting thing happened to me while I was on shift. I was not necessarily on shift, but I was thinking about it while I was working. But I went into the cliff-off, or the astral plane, to discuss some things with Sephiroth and the undead gods. Well, when I got there was a person standing in front of me. I couldn't see his face. I was like, hi, who the fuck are you? And, he simply just basically said it didn't matter who he was. He wanted to fight me. And he was gonna beat me in a fight. I was like, what, like our fists? Well, he drew a sword, so I drew my sword. And I will give him one thing, he is a pretty good sword fighter. But I decided that I wasn't going to go down like a little bitch. So I called upon the Black Flame to enhance my sword and potentially get rid of him. And he stopped and looked at me and said, "Oh, so you've learned the how to use the Black Flame as well." And by this I was confused. I was like, what? Well, he did the same thing, but unlike mine, it was almost like he didn't even have control over the Black Flame when he was using it. It was all wild and crazy, and it was uncontrollable. It's what it looked like. It was chaotic. And when we started fighting again, I realized that this was to be the deciding factor of our battle. So I started to easily overpower him because he did not know how to use the Black Flame properly. He had no control over it. At some point, I told him, after he kind of realized that he wasn't going to win, I simply looked at him and said, "Look, if I were to take this seriously, you wouldn't stand a chance in a fight against me." And he simply just kind of looked back at me and was like, when I returned, he basically said he was going to come back and kick my ass again. He wussed out, ran away. And then he just simply disappeared and vanished. I have no idea who he was, so I contacted Sephiroth, and she said that she didn't know who the person was either, but from what she could gather from the undead gods was that this person had a sibling, and they were practitioners together, and his sibling, when they decided to try and call upon the black flame and learn how to control it and use it, it basically consumed his sibling. Drove them to either insanity or death. I don't know which. And that Sephiran's told me that that's why this person is going around fighting people, which to me doesn't make any fucking sense, because having a grudge against everybody because you and your sibling couldn't fucking control or use the black flame properly is not anyone else's fault but yours. So yeah, that was... He basically was like, I'm gonna come back and kick your ass, rah, 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 rah. Although that's not exactly what he said, but I'm not gonna go into detail. That's the gist of what he said. And, so yeah, that was my little, that was my revelation from that whole thing, was that he's got some sort of personal vendetta. I don't know for what, but he's got something going on where he... Honestly, I think because of the lack of... Sorry, I'm... Seasonal allergies here. I think his lack of knowledge in the use and control of the black flame is honestly... I think it's starting to consume him. As, you know... And... As you know, it will either A, drive you insane, or you will end up dying because of it, whether it be suicide or whatever, you know? So, I don't think he's gonna come back. But if he does, you know, I'll be ready for him. I'm not concerned about it. I just think that he'll probably just be consumed by the black flame, just like his sibling was. So I'm not too worried about it, but yeah. But that's all I wanted to talk about today. Y'all have a good day, and as the famous V.K. Johannem says, enjoy your immortality.